Hey guys, TekGeekHD here again with another video, and today I have my review on the Nikon D3100. Now this is an entry-level DSLR which I did buy a little while back, and all the videos I have been making ever since have been on this camera, besides for the video you're watching right now. Now, the Nikon D3100 so far has been one of the nicest cameras that I ever have had to use. Now, it was my decision was between this, the Canon Rebel T2i, which is also known as the 550D in some countries, and the Canon Rebel T3, which is also known as the 1100D in a couple of countries. Now, I did choose the Nikon because I went to a couple of stores and I actually felt the grip, and it felt the nicest in my hand, which I thought was a very, very important quality. Now, looking at the physical aspects of the camera, on the left side of the body we do have this little flap here which holds some of the ports. Now on the top we have a proprietary GPS port from Nikon, underneath which we have a mini USB jack. Under that we have a mini HDMI output, and under that we have a 2.5mm AV out port. Now on the back we do have our 3-inch screen. Now this is one of the places where the low price sticks out, because this is only a 230,000 dot resolution screen. It's not very high res. It does get the job done and it does look quite nice, but I'm sure that Nikon could do better, as they did show us in the new Nikon D3200. Now on top of that we do have our optical viewfinder. Now like most, it provides 95% of view, and it does work pretty well. Now one of the cool features of this camera is that it has this nice little switch here to switch between the viewfinder and live view. It's spring-loaded and does feel quite nice. It feels quite cool in the hand, and it also does have this really nice wedge to stop your thumb from slipping off if you guys are doing one-hand shooting. It also has a nice gripped surface which allows you to use it better. Underneath which we have our D-pad, select switch, and delete button, as well as our tiny little speaker. Now on the right side of the camera body we do have our SD card door. Now this camera does support a number of different SD cards as the one I have in here, and I really like that the SD card door as well as the battery door are in different locations, so you can actually swap the SD cards while the camera is mounted onto a tripod. Now at the top we do have our shutter button and on-off switch, but more notably is our grip. Now the grip on the camera is very, very nice. It's not very big like one of the full-sized full sensor or full-frame camera bodies, but it is pretty nice for entry-level DSLR. And trademarked with what with Nikon does is a little red stripe on all of their grips. I'm not a very big fan of this, but I have nothing against it. It's just an aesthetic feature. Next to that we did have our little LED light for autofocusing. It helps the camera autofocus. Now let's head over to the lens. Now the pack that I did pick up comes with the regular 18-55 f3.5 to 5.6G lens. Now it does zoom in 3 times, and it does zoom quite nicely. It's very smooth. And now over here we do have the focus control on our camera for our manual focus. Now as you guys can see, I do have a Marumi lens filter on top of it, but it does work quite well. Now if you switch it to automatic mode and turn on VR, because the camera doesn't have vibration reduction built in, it actually does have autofocus, especially in video mode, which is very, very useful for newcomers and people just trying to get into DSLR video and are very new to it. I personally never ever use autofocus during video, only for a couple of photographs where I just have to click it and go really fast with my dog or something like that. But as you guys can see, it is quick. It is very accurate, especially when there's good lighting. Anyway guys, this does kind of conclude my review on the Nikon D3100. Overall, it is a very, very nice entry-level DSLR. It's not something an experienced photographer or videographer would have too much of a good time with, but for someone getting into the game or an intermediate photographer, this is the perfect camera for you. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.